How's everybody feeling this morning? Feeling this week? Did everyone have a good Mother's Day? Welcome to my home. My name is Jill. We're still doing these live streams every morning at 9 o'clock and every afternoon or early evening at 5:30. Join us. This evening will be Cindy and Jenny. They're doing a gentle flow, so join the ladies in a beautiful practice, I'm sure. And this is my dog, Steve, who always has to be in the picture. And you can see Lexi over here just snoring away. I'm sure you'll hear her through our practice. Lately I've been noticing that I've been having this severe need to over control things and feel like I need to make outcomes that I'm not even sure exactly why. So I thought today that I might take this practice and this class time a little bit more of a freestyle kind of class. I have some ideas and we're just going to kind of move and see what happens without predicting an outcome. But we know that it's going to feel good, right? We know it's going to feel good. We know anytime we come to our mat is a new experience and it feels good in the body. So if you want to join me, if you want to bring a blanket or a pillow or anything you might have in your little yoga section, if you've been practicing at home, that's fine. Couch, cushion, whatnot. It doesn't really much matter. Like I said, we're going to take it pretty easy today. I'm going to go on and let you guys gather a couple things, and I'm going to let Steve outside and meet me on your back. I'd like to take the blanket, and if you have one of these soft blankets, just make a burrito roll out of it. Start to roll this blanket up, lay it down a long way here on the mat, and then I'd like you to take the sacral area right here at the low back and butt it right up to the bottom of this blanket. When you guys get down to the mat, and let's not feel the need to control. Let's just feel the need to be compassionate to ourselves and to begin this day in a right way, right? So start to butt the low back at the top of the booty right up here at the edge of this blanket roll. If you don't have a blanket roll, it's not a big deal, but allow your spine to make contact here with the blanket roll. And I want you to feel the blanket really run up the spine so that way the shoulder blades have room to find their way to each side of the blanket. You can draw your knees up, the soles of your feet down on the ground, and allow your hands to just come open and palms up. Let's do palms up this morning. And in a gesture of gratitude and receiving here, we'll allow these palms to turn up, our hearts to open, right? Our chest is shining, our hearts are open. We're ready to receive good energy, good love, kind and compassion, without that need to over control. So feel the breath draw in through the nose. I invite you even to close the eyes softly, or at least find a soft gaze anyway if you're not comfortable with the eyes closed. Feel the body connect to all the places to where it's connected. Feel your backside on this blanket or on your mat, however you choose to get there. No rights or wrongs. Feel your body soften, starting maybe from the back of the head into the neck, into the shoulders as it wraps around gently the blanket. Feel the spine just unwind. Sometimes you even get that feeling in the spine as you allow it to relax, and sometimes a propped up position, almost like a spring feeling where it just lets go of maybe some trapped energy. Feel the base of this blanket to the bottom of the sacral area as it gently holds and supports the lower back. See if you can relax and soften into that space a little bit more. If it feels good to have the knees upright, just go on and let it stay that way. If you want to play with the legs coming longer, feel free to do that as well. Let feet just flop open, no stress. So we're beginning in the Shavasana style, the surrendering into the next 45, 50 minutes here and on our mat. Not allowing ourselves to want to control, but just breathing into the movement, breathing into the time and the space, being present. Air pulls in through the nose, down the back of the throat, chest lifts a little bit higher as it inflates with new air. Draw the air past the sacral area here, right through the solar plexus into the sacral area, moving down into the base of the spine, into that root chakra we talked about last week. Give it a chance to kind of mellow out there by holding the breath maybe 1 or 2 beats. And allow that exhale to really release through the nose. Feel it deep. Maybe make that noise of the exhale a little bit audible. Try it one more time. Hold a beat or two when you get to the base of the spine. Get to the bottom of the belly. You get to that section here of the pelvic bowl. Release through the nose. Today is a new day. We're going to start it off in a positive way. Reach the arms up overhead and allow yourself to let those shoulder blades just kind of feel like they're being supported by that blanket. Reach the fingertips out. Palms are still facing up, and you're going to stretch really long through the back side of the arms. You might even feel this area here right below the breastbone, right at the bottom of the chest bone here. Kind of pull in as you stretch up just to feel a little bit extra. Allow the arms to open up 1 click and take that same movement again. Of opening up through the shoulders, see where they find. We hold a lot of tension in our shoulders and our necks. Let's see if we can release them to start the day. Arms come down 1 more click. And finally, we take them back down to our sides. Go on and draw the right knee in ever so slightly. It might feel a little awkward with a blanket underneath you. You can choose to ditch that blanket if you're ready. And just kind of snug in the knee. Just wrapping your hand around the front side, flexing and pointing your foot, just kind of waking up through the hip, waking up through the ankle. Go on, release, and then take for the other side as you wrap the hand around the front side of the knee. And again, find some little pulls, some flexes, some points, some spreading of the toes. Go on and lay long. Let's roll over to our side. Let's give this blanket a switch off to the side. And now bring our whole body down to the mat. Find a little rocking starting from the heels here and just let the feet click side to side. Just kind of unwinding the energy in the body, still waking everything up. And feel as if you're drawing in from the soles of the feet. As you find this little movement, right, it's just ever so slight. You're going to find the body starts to pick up a little bit more momentum, and it's going to move up the back side of the body into the back sides of the legs, the thighs, and then into the hips. And then you might find that the upper part of the body starts to give a wiggle, and the shoulders start to join the beat here. It's all like a rhythmic movement to whatever pace you need, quick, slow, just as long as you start to unwind and untangle into the energy centers of the body. Bring everything back into stillness for 1 quick second here. Gauge where you're at. Feel where you might be holding on. Feel like there's places where you can feel starting to release. Draw the right knee into the shoulder, flex into the foot, and let's take a gentle supine twist here. So take the left hand to the outside of the right knee, Open up through the right arm. Palm is going to go down now. Just help support the body and just draw the leg across. You're going to hold the belly button in towards the spine. And as you breathe, just gently kind of press into the side of the knee here, allowing the leg and the side band here into the side hip. Just have a gentle stretch to open. Bring it back. Bring it long. And we'll do this on the left side here. So go on and take the right hand. Left hand is going to open up. Palm is down. Find this space. Allow yourself the room. Inhale and exhale as you find this little bit of pressure as you push the outside of the leg across in the supine twist. Bring it back long. Now this time, let's take both knees in towards the chest. Let's pull the belly in. Let's kind of lift up through the back sides of the hips here and let our low back and the underneath of our body here find some space. Flex into the feet. Shoulders maybe even roll underneath you ever so slightly. And then find some circles here, allowing the low back to open up here this morning. Take it the other way. What you do one way, you must do to the other. Like that saying, what goes up must come down. Same deal here. Go on knees, draw in. Maybe take it a little wider here into a happy baby. Just kind of allow the hands to press against the underneath of the thighs, the toes flex. Then they point. Then they flex. Knees come together. Let's drop to the side here. Allow both knees to fall to the right side. Let's find a second here to just allow the low back to open. Find that breath again. My palms are facing down. I feel like it supports my arms and my shoulders a little bit better. I feel like my scapulas can roll towards the spine a little bit better. Let's roll the knees open. So we'll take this as a Supta Baddha Konasana here, this butterfly leg, as the soles of the feet meet together. Let's push them in together. You'll feel automatically, you'll feel a little bit of lightness into the back side of the body. Your knees will, I don't know, they may or may not touch the ground. Mine are not. No big thing. Take a breath round here. As you inhale and exhale, draw the knees together as they fall to the opposite side. Maybe a little click over to the right side as the knees drop to the left, just to give yourself a little more room in this space. Go on and bring the knees back into center. Let's go on and start to roll in. So pull your knees towards your chest, and let's take a little rock and roll here. This is always super fun. Let's massage into the spine. Come into a little bowl, hold yourself into the space. See if you can find a little air time here with the feet, a little balance as you draw everything into the center, right? You're kind of using the arms, you're using the core, and then roll back down. And then bring it up. Roll back one more time. Bring it up. Here, let's go on and leave the left foot to the ground, and let's take the right leg, and let's just bring it straight up. So our knees are matched here. They're even on both sides. Let's flex into the foot. It doesn't matter if the leg is super straight or not. I'd like you to even keep a soft bend into the knee. It's just safer on the back of the leg till we start to warm up through this area, the back of the leg. See wherever you can hold the leg to support it, and begin to draw a little bit closer. Don't have to make huge leaps and bounds. Just feel good into the back side of the leg. Go on and drop the leg and change it to the other side. So again, just a nice soft bend. Flex into the foot, point the foot. You flex into the foot, you're going to feel it more here in the calf area, right? Let your breath take you where it needs to go instead of feeling as if you need to control the motion. Let's take it one more time with the right leg. Lift it up. This time, let's add on a little bit. Let's take the left hand to wherever it can place on the leg and start to open. You might feel the outside of the elbow draw into the left side of the knee just for a little bit of connection here as you open up and twist to the spine. Feel as if you're raising up through the top of the head, and then bring it back into center. Let's change to the other side. If you feel like you need a little bit of cat and cow here, go for it. Take a round in, take a curl and a stretch. Go on and let the left leg extend. And again, let's find the outside of the right arm connects to the inside of the right knee as we raise up, and then we find this twist and we find this open. Allow the shoulders to roll back, set up tall, flex into the leg. Let the neck be soft, don't grind through the teeth. Bring it back into center. Bring it down. Go on and let the soles of the feet join as the knees open up. We'll set up nice and tall. Push the soles of the feet together again here, really kind of like you're sealing the deal. Maybe let's even set an intention while we're here in this space. Mine is to find, some freedom and let go of that. Just let go. Let go of the need to control any situation when I've been proven time and time again that I have absolutely no control over my surroundings. I can only control myself and how I react and act. Allow yourself to pull forward on that exhale, stretching out to the outsides of the hips here. Give the soles of the feet a little push in together. You really start to feel it wrap around through the backside of the bum, backside of the hips here. Allow yourself to push up. Knees draw in. Let's bring them over to one side here, and we'll do some sun salutations just to wake up through the body, get moving here a little bit more. Come into all fours here, hands and knees. Let's go on and curl the toes under for a moment. Walk out the bottoms of the feet. Hands are directly underneath the elbows, underneath the shoulders. Belly is drawing in and up. Spine is long from the tip of the tail to the crown of the head. Go on as you exhale, let the belly drop. Hips curl up, shoulders roll back, head lifts. Lots of room between the bottom of the chin and the chest here. Now as we exhale, we're going to roll in, drawing the chin towards the chest, pushing the ground away. Long spine. One more cat and cow here. Next time we go, let's lift our knees and come into our first down dog. Let's keep it nice and squatty. Open up the legs a little bit wider here. Start to really bend into the knees. I want you to feel as if the hips roll up, turn up. The hands are pushing away. The palms are not stuck to the mat. You're feeling it more in the fingertips and into the heel of the hand as the foot draws towards the heels, draw towards the earth. Bend and feel those cracks. Take a second, breathe. Sink through the shoulders. Inhale, wind yourself up. Let the knees fall. Bring the chest to the mat. You might adjust your hands a little bit, just a half a hand print forward. Bring those elbows straight back as the chest meets the mat. Let's inhale and lift. Feel room. Exhale, lower. Push yourself back. Reach the hips up, down dog. Walk it out this time. And let's bring our feet to our hands, however you want to get there. I'm going to take a nice little walk for the first time around. I'm going to allow myself to fall forward. Spilling, spilling, spilling. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fall forward. This time, left knee goes back, drop it down. Lift up into your low lunge. Let the hip get heavy. Exhale, hands plant. Lift the knee. Come back into plank pose. Take a flow. Bring it back. Get to your hands, however the feet desire here. Allow yourself to spill forward. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. This time, right knee grounds down. Anjaneyasana this side, really root in, rise. Hands plant, knee lifts, come back into your plank. Drop your knees this time. Open up through the hands just a little bit here. Let's start to bend the elbows back as the chest meets the mat. I want you to feel the tops of your feet lift towards the bum. And now here I want you to feel like you can lift up through the chest. Find it very gently in the low back, like almost like your legs look like froggy legs. Let's go on and start to draw the heels towards the bum. Lift up through the back side of the body. Let it come down. Let the toes meet the earth and push back. And you're going to be in a really wide-legged child's pose. Bring it down. Wave up through the spine. Curl the toes under. Lift the hips. Push back. This time, let's go there a little faster this time, a little quicker. Let's get up to our hands, maybe with a couple hops. Allow yourself to spill forward. This time, take your hands around the back side of the body, interlace your fingers, roll the shoulders back, pull the hands away from the low back, spill forward. Exhale out. Inhale, root down, rise up. Bring those hands that are interlaced over to the right side. Just draw over. Feeling this shoulder blade roll over. Okay, we're going to roll over and down with that shoulder. Then we're going to switch sides. Shoulders melt down the back side. Unwind the hands, give them a shake out, give them a shake out, shake out, shake out, shake out, shake out, all the way up into the top. Reach up through your fingertips and come up to your toes, lift into the heels. Find a little balance there and then lift through the toes and let your weight set into the back of the foot. Bring it up, check your balance here, check yourself, and then bring it down. Do one more time, really sweep up. Gathering up all the good energy, bring it down, surrounding yourself, spill forward. Left leg goes back, knee drops. Bring the hands to the inside of the right foot here. Allow that hip to find this lizard space. Open up, really. Just let it happen. Don't control the movement. Just let it kind of bob up and then fall back. All right, we are going to lift into the left knee, and we're going to find this really cool space here. It's like a humble dog, right? So tilt the hips back, push the hands, and let the head fall. And really take the hips back. Allow the backs of the legs and the side body to stretch out. We have a soft knee in the front here. Bring the knee back down. Let's swing around the right leg, letting our knees really open. Our toes are going to touch again, and we're going to find that flying or hanging cobra here. So allow yourself to sink in. Toes maybe touch. Heels draw to the booty. Settle down here in this space and allow the strength of your arms to push yourself back up. Do that one more time as you release. Push back up into the space. Toes ground, hips meet heels, draw back. Wind up through the spine, lift the knees, come back into your down dog. Bring it to the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Root down, rise up. Take a crescent to the right. Bring it to center, crescent to the left. Bring it center. This time maybe let's open up for another back bend here. We're getting those beautiful back bends and those flying cobras, but let's take it here. Let's bring it forward. Bring it back. Bring it forward, really using the core muscles here. Swing the arms down. Come on back. This time, right leg goes back. Knee drops. Hands come to the inside. Find your lizard. Find your space. Watch the knee, keep it 90 degree, okay? Let yourself go. Find the room. Lift into the right knee as you find this humble dog here. I have a very humble dog. See her right there? She's snoring away, that humble dog. Push back, the hips unwind. Feel as if the left hip is kind of curling back, but you're keeping a soft knee through here. You're going to feel that all through here. Bring the right foot to meet the left. Let yourself forward fold, but let's do it in a wide leg here. So either take your hands around the back side of the ankle, peace fingers to the big toe, allow yourself to pull forward. Hips lift, soft knees, pull down, use the arms. Inhale, halfway lift from this space, hold the belly in. Exhale, pull forward. Root down, rise up. Let's settle in to our space here. So we're coming into this like wide-legged squat. Hold in through the center part here. So like you're drawing the energy up. Even feel as if you can kind of tilt the pelvic bowl under a little bit. So the tip of the tail is grounding you down. Let your hands come to the top of the thighs and see if you can kind of squat into it a little bit more. I feel like I'm leaning forward, so check yourself again and bring yourself back. Bring it up and bring it down. Bring it up and bring it down. Bring it up, bring it down. Our inner dancers, right? Bring it up. Turn the toes in, forward fold. Halfway lift. All right, left leg, bring it back. This time let's stay up. So let's come into a warrior one here. We're freestyling it, right? Front knee bends beautifully. Nice 90 degree. Feet are, you're probably 45, 60 degrees here on the back turn of the foot. Push in, rise the hands up. I want you to feel yourself raise up from here, from this space, all the way up, out through the tops of the fingers. Bend into that knee a little bit more. Go on and allow the left hand to come down the long leg and reverse that. Let it come back, long body. As you exhale, bring the forearm to the top of the thigh. Do not dump your weight. Don't feel like you got to plump down here. You want to stay tall. You want to pull in through the side body here. Let the arm come up or even over your ear. Stretch, ground, bend. Bring the hands both down to the inside of the leg here. Again, find that humble dog. So kind of push back. I guess it's a kind of a form of humble warrior. It's kind of like a cross between. It's a hybrid, right? Ooh, find this beautiful space. Walk the hands to the front. Let's go on and change legs. You can hop twist or you can just round it through. Step it up and change it out. Go on, bring 90 degree in the front knee, drop that back foot. Come into your warrior one here. Hands rise, dip down. Feel the space. Feel the connection from your root out to the tops of your fingertips. Settle back down even a little bit more. Draw in, settle in. Right hand comes down the right leg. Reach up and over with that left hand. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Don't lose the bend in the front knee. I feel like as soon as I'm doing it, because I'm watching myself now. So make sure that you bend into that front knee and you draw back. It's the first thing that wants to go, right? Let the forearm come down and open up to the chest. Maybe that shoulder stack. Maybe you find a little bit of extension through the arm over the ear. Go on, cartwheel your hands down to the inside foot. Hands ground, hands plant. and draw again into that humble dog slash warrior slash whatever we're going to call it here. Slash feels really, really good. Exhale out. Walk the hands back into center. One more time here. Let's do a jump switch, or you can do this and switch it up, right? I'm going to jump it through. Actually, that was kind of fun. Let's do it again. We'll do it one more time. Oh, I guess we have to do it to this side here to make sure we start off right. So drop the back knee here, and let's come into this Ardha Hanuman as half split pose. Draw the toes back, sink in the hips, long. Let's keep with our theme here, bringing our hands to the inside, and then draw back. Roll up through the spine. Hands kind of center the foot again. So we're going to frame the foot, and we're going to lift, and we'll switch. So start in your down dog. Let your knees drop. Let's come back into this flying cobra first. Bring it up. Bring it down. Let it come up. Use the arm strength. Use the core. Bring it down. One more. Push it back. Bring it up. Left foot reaches forward. Come into this Ardha Hanuman. So you're going to start in a low lunge. You're going to draw the left leg back. Find your shape. Draw the toes back if you need. Right? Probably feels good. And then bring your hands to the inside of the foot here as you let this hip sassy out and sassy back. Settle back in. Round the spine back up. Bring the hands to the center here and bring the leg back around. Come into a plank here. Supported plank. Or maybe even let's let our knees hover. We'll bring a little burn here into the belly. Knees hover, then straight up. And then knees hover, straight back with the heels. If it's too much, just come to your knees. One more. Push back. Let's come back in down dog. Really kind of wiping your feet away here, bringing the heel towards the bum. And the arms and the shoulders stay soft. Let's bring our feet to our hands. I'm going to bring a little hop here. I'm going to forward fold. I'm going to ragdoll here in the space opposite elbow to opposite arm. Hand to elbow, right? Let yourself in. This time as we root down and rise up, keep your ragdoll. Keep opposite hand so underneath of the elbow as you draw yourself up. Let your shoulders sink back. Stand up and let your arms push back. Find you come up to center so you feel as if your arms are right above the top of your head. Go on and take your crescent here. And swing it down and around to the other side. Oh, yeah. One more. Let's do it again. That feels great. Come up. Take your arms up. And let's change it the opposite direction. So I was this way. I was this way. Okay. Change it open. See if you can really confuse yourself and give yourself a new brain wrinkle, right? Always stay great. Go on and roll those shoulders back so they're settled down. Hold your chest in. Settle in through the legs. Feel strong. Look forward. Don't twist into the neck. Draw the chin towards the chest a little bit this time. And let yourself come up. Find a little crescent over to the right side as we swing around. Bring it up and over. Change the direction. Up and over. One more. Around. Arms release. Shake them out. Shake out the legs. Shake out everything. Let it feel good. It is our mission here. It is our mission. Why we come to our mat. Shake, shake, shake. Flow, 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 right? All right. Go on. Let's set back. That's why I let Steve outside. Can you hear the garbage man out there? It's Tuesday. I always time it right with class time. So knees draw together, belly pulls in, bum sits down, weight is in the heels. My toes can even lift up a little bit. Let's bring my hands, let's bring the fingers to the insides of my thighs here, or lower part of my thigh, right by that knee area here. I want you to squeeze in as your hands pull away. And lift up a little bit, and then settle back down. Lift up a little bit, and settle back down. One more, lift in a little bit, and settle back down. Hands can plant. Left knee comes back. Stay in this shape, though. I want your knee to be down, and I want you to come into this, both legs are 90 degrees. Let the top of the foot meet the mat here. From this space, let's bring our arms up. Let's start to take a twist here. So whether you're just here and this is enough of a twist for you, or if you want to take it down a little bit and find the elbow meets the outside of the knee, see if you can open up through the arms here. Push the back, both of the feet down, right? Ground into the front foot, ground down into the back foot, twist open. Bring the space into center. Draw yourself up. Allow yourself to find that. Bring the hands down to the inside. Let's switch it around. Let's find some room in the hip here. So let's kind of just find our little fire hydrants. Maybe the leg goes straight. What we do to one side, we must do to the other. So take it around to the opposite side. More brain wrinkles. Drop the knee. Bring it back. Let yourself come into this child's pose for a moment. Then wave the spine up. Bring the left sole of the foot forward. 90 degree, both knees. Okay? Let yourself situate. Settle down. Ground down into the feet. Arms are going to raise. Find your twist at whatever degree you feel that you need, okay? So I'm going to go on and I'm going to take my elbow to the outside of this leg. And I'm going to squeeze into both sides. This might be good. You might stay here. You might find here. Okay? Whatever. You might find both. Twist. Feel as if you're raising and you're pulling out through the top of the head. One more breath. Keep your balance. Squeeze into that center. Squeeze into that root lock. Hands come back together into prayer. Bring it down to this side. Go on. Switch the leg around. Let's find some side bending here. So kind of draw the hips to the left. Let's swing them around and bring them to the right. One more time. I just heard my back pop and crunch. Go on to the other way. Maybe take your hands out a little bit more. Play with the shape. Go on and find any organic movement that you need here. Take the top of the feet and give them a little tap tap. Kind of just waking up still through everything, right? Draw the bum back. Come back into this child's pose. I want us to come to our forearms here. And as we come to our forearms, draw yourself forward. So let's take our knees back one click, maybe two. And we're going to come into that hanging cobra again, but we're more with the Sphinx arms here, forearm balance here. So see how you can connect and squeeze into that center. You're closer to the earth here, so you really got to hover a little harder, right? With a little bit more concentration. Push it back. Try it one more time. Maybe you take the forearms open a little bit so the elbows come in, the arms kind of shoot out one click. Draw down. Hold the belly in. Gaze right down the bridge of your nose, right at the top of the mat here. Let the toes touch. Bring the heels in. You are connecting everywhere. Bring it back and relax. Go on and wind yourself up. Come into your seat. If you still have your blanket handy, go on and grab a nap. Let it go diagonal. Top pointing off to the right side first. Come back into your down dog. We're going to work into some pigeon, but it feels really different when you use a blanket. So walk through the heels. Okay? And I want you, I am just cracking away. I want you to take your hands on either side of the blanket. Go on and start to draw the knee in and set yourself up for your pigeon. Now, your knee might touch and rest on the blanket. That's okay. What I want you to feel even more happen here is that you're kind of laying this in between underneath your private area, okay? So it's kind of holding you up into that space. And allow your leg to find a really nice shape, whether it be more into this shape or more with the leg out and straight across. Go on and watch that back leg. You have a little bit more room now because this hip flexor is up off the ground. So you have a little bit more room to kind of guide yourself into where you need to be. Let the sole of the foot flex in the front and the top of the foot push down into the mat in the back. Hands start on either side of the leg here. Bring yourself up. Don't crunch through the back of the neck. And then allow yourself to come forward here. This might be it, right? I feel it I'm pretty open in through my hips, but when I put some props or a blanket or something up underneath me, I feel it in a completely different way than I do when I just allow myself to just kind of like push into the floor. I can find more room in the back leg. See, I can kind of like wiggle my toes back so this leg becomes more long. It has more length coming from the hip. And let's go on and find that kind of diagonal shape with the hands here. So take one to the front corner of the mat and then one down, maybe rib cage side of the body here, okay? But they're open. And I want you to feel long. I want you to feel a twist through this side of the body. You're feeling a little compression through the opposite side, the right side. Let yourself settle in. Don't control it, let it happen. Take it in stages. Any sort of pigeon posture is always an evolutionary type of feel. And what happens on the right side may not happen on the left side. Don't try to force it there. Don't try to make that control happen. Just breathe into the space. Once you settle in here for a few breath rounds, you start to open in places that you might not have before. And it feels pretty good. Hopefully. Go on and start to walk your hands back towards center. I want you to push your hands back in. Let's take another little back bend here. Curl into that back toe. Go on and lift yourself up into this pyramid shape. Okay? So I want you to just kind of fold forward here in this shape. You should have a lot of room and a lot of flexibility, hopefully, now into this right hip. Allow yourself to spill forward. Go on, come more into this crescent lunge, and just take the foot back. Find a little walk. Now, you're going to kind of have to take one hand off the mat here and change your blanket to the opposite direction. So the top corner of my blanket is heading towards the top corner of my mat. Okay, guess what? We're gonna find pigeon on this side, or pigeon variation. Allow the leg to come up and across. Allow yourself the time to settle in. Use everything you can to make yourself very, very comfortable. You lift into the extended long leg, knees reset, press into the foot, feel, you might even have to move the blanket into that private area a little bit more, just kind of to hold that space up. Allow yourself to lift. Allow the feet to ground and connect. Okay, feel very energetic in the leg. When I push down into the top of my foot, my knee really raises up off the mat. I'm not like letting that knee just be lazy. I'm really activating through the whole back side of the hip, the whole back side of the leg. Okay, start here, stay here, start here, breathe here, and then move it forward if you'd like. And once you feel like you've opened up a little bit or enough, take those hands and bring them to that diagonal shape. Okay, so see how my hand is here, like right above the top corner of the mat on the left side, and then my other hand, my left hand, is kind of about the same side as my outside of my rib cage here. And you can play with that. It's just a gauge. Now, the biggest part of this is that I want you to feel long. I want you to feel like you're growing from this space here as you find that little twist in this pigeon. You're looking down the bridge of your nose. You're connected up through the leg here, so you're not getting lazy there. You're really firing up through the foot on the front leg as you twist and ground and open. Let it evolve. Let the breath take you where you're supposed to go, not you guiding the way, right? Listen to the body. It will show you. Sometimes easy, sometimes not. If we listen, it will tell us what to do. The biggest part is just to listen. Take another breath. Find that exhale, find that release. Walk your hands back towards the center. Okay, we're going to come into this different, this pyramid pose here. So curl the back toe under on the right leg. You're going to have to kind of shimmy, and then just lift into the front leg. Do a little hop, do a little open, do a little hop, do a little open. Get yourself to where you need to be. Now the legs are not one in front of the other, but they are still on those railroad tracks. Start to bring your hips square as you get to the shape. Your hands are meeting on each side of the foot, right? And I want you to feel yourself fall forward. Stretch out again. Soft knees and straighten out the leg. Soft knee and straighten out the leg as this hip draws back. Woo, hello, hamstrings. Go on. Bring the right foot up to the left. Let yourself fall forward. Keep a soft bend in the knees here. Take each hand, interlace your fingertips here. Make sure your feet are even. Makes it a little bit easier to grab the hands. And then go on and bend into the knees and sit down as you pull into yourself. Finding all that room. So your shoulders are rolling down. Your head is super heavy, so you're finding a nice traction feel on the back side of the neck and right through the thoracic spine. Go on. Root down, rise up one last time. Bring yourself down to the mat. Okay? If you want to keep that blanket nice and rolled up, if you liked that feeling of the blanket up your spine, you can leave it that way. It might be nice now too. You can even take it like right here and then put that underneath your lumbar spine. So it's going to run into this space right here. However you please. Let yourself take your time as you We have time. As you draw yourself back, I'm just checking time. It went so quickly today. I do have to say that thank goodness the days have been going fast. At least they have been for me. I can't speak for everybody, but it's a good thing. And allow yourself to kind of keep coming up and bringing yourself back down. Doing those step core exercises that we do. Kind of offering it back and bringing it back in. Utilizing on the core as you're zipping up. Once you've done that a few times, allow yourself to relax. Allow yourself to settle back. Ooh, let those shoulders roll back underneath you. This time let's let our knees touch in the center. Oh yeah, finds nice space in that low sacral area, that low back. As you breathe, your knees might open up a little bit and they fall back into that space. Maybe even find that you can wiggle the outsides of the feet a little bit more. Take one hand over the belly and one hand over the heart. Count your blessings, right? Let your body do what it wants. Don't force it into doing anything. Let the breath take you there. Let the opening and the space that you've just created in your mind and your body, let that lead the way. Tap into your intuition. Trust your higher power. Trust God. Whatever that form is for you. Allow the knees to straighten. Allow the legs to release out long. If you like how it feels in the lumbar spine to leave this blanket that way when you come into your Shavasana, please just leave it in that space. I like it like that. I think it feels good. If you don't, what do I always say? Ditch it. Right? If it doesn't feel good, don't stay with it. You know, I did that for a lot of years of my life. Now, if it doesn't feel right, it's out of here. No time for that anymore. Bring your hands still to that belly area. Just feel yourself connected. Feel the prana in your body. Feel the life. Feel the breath. Fill up as you inflate and you deflate, as you let out any stale or old stagnant energy that might want to hang around with you. Making some attempts today to find peace and serenity without trying to control the outcome. Man, is that easier said than done? Relax here in the space. Settle. Know throughout the day that you can tap into this space. You can draw yourself back home to your breath and to your body. Friends, I invite you to stay here for as long as your body allows you to, or your morning allows you to. I'm going to move out of my space and end class here. So I'm going to draw my knees in and just let them spill over to the side. That calls to me. I'm going to my right here this morning and I'm bringing it up. Bring it up. Thank you again for joining me in my home and joining us here at Namaste live version for the last, God, it's been a couple months now, hasn't it? Couple months as we continue to keep our community together and our yoga practices strong. I hope that you've allowed yourself to let go of outcomes today a little bit on the mat, and know that, man, as hard as it is to come to grips with that, I don't know, I keep getting reminders, maybe not so subtle ones, that I am not in control right now, wherever, really. I can only control the way I react to situations. If I come to my mat and I come to my breath, I'll find the space that I need to continue. I'll find the love in my heart, as I hope you do too. To be kind to one another, be kind to ourselves. Everybody get and stay well so we can all come back together again. Our class will release, this class will release tomorrow on YouTube. You can always see all of the classes, the morning and afternoon classes, the following day on YouTube, or access any of them that we've been doing on our Namaste website. There's also a spot there if you feel the need that you feel like making a donation to the studio. It is certainly, certainly appreciated. As we all trudge our road to our own happy destiny, my friends, until we meet again, namaste. Have a blessed and beautiful day. Let's hope the weather starts to take a turn and we don't get any more snow in May.